Right, I have tried to record this video 3 times now and have been interrupted, so I am hoping this time everybody lets me actually do it. Right, so I thought I would make an introduction video for you guys so you know what I'm about and my experience with an eating disorder. I'm 22 and I live in England. I lived in America for a really short amount of time, but it still counts. Um, I developed an eating disorder at 13 years old. It was a combination of lots of small things like minor bullying. My parents weren't getting on very well. I think I was fat, thinking I was ugly. Lots of other small teenagery things. But I wrote a list in my diary about everything that I wanted to change in my life. And the only one that I could control was my weight, so that's what I did. Um, the biggest thing that really contributed to it, though, was feeling average. I didn't feel very good at anything. I felt like everybody was better than me, that I wasn't good enough. And when I started to lose weight, and I was successful at doing so, I felt very in control and very powerful. And that led me to do it even more because it made me feel like I was the best at it out of the people that I knew. I got very sick at about 15. My parents started to notice. My friends already knew because I've always been really, really open with them about it, and I'm also very open with my parents now since they've found out. I told my mum, and she took me to the doctors, and after that I kind of consciously tried to get better for a little bit. And after that, I kind of was still really sick for a while, but then I kind of started getting better without really trying. I guess I was just really, really sick of being sick and being miserable all of the time. So I got better. I wasn't great or good by any means, but I was okay and I was functioning for quite a few years. Kind of like ups and downs throughout until about 19 when I met my previous partner, and everything was amazing. And for about 1 or 2 months I didn't weigh myself, I didn't count calories, I ate everything that I wanted to, I didn't even think about it, I was so happy. But I put on quite a lot of weight in that amount of time, and about 4 months later I weighed myself and I was the heaviest that I'd ever been, and it triggered a major relapse in me. I went off to uni and I lost a lot of weight, and my partner at the time, he was an hour train ride away, so that was great. But yeah, I was still really, really sick, and it was a very, very dark time for me. That lasted all of first year of university. Eventually I was so sick and miserable again that I was sick of being sick and miserable, but also it was ruining my perfect relationship. Well, otherwise perfect relationship if it wasn't for my eating disorder, which was destroying me and destroying us. And he was just so patient and so caring and everything that yeah, but it was ruining everything. So I decided to start recovering about 15 months ago. And at first I kind of went from anorexia to orthorexia, and it was a step forward, definitely, but it wasn't obviously it wasn't recovery. I was following all these Tumblr blogs that were all like clean eating and exercise, and I was doing that, and it just kind of switched up one obsession for another. And I was obsessed with eating all the healthy foods and nutrition and working out loads, and it was still putting an incredible strain on my body and my mind especially. I was very addicted to exercise, and I put that before any kind of social events or anything like that, and it was still a huge part of my life. Then my partner and I broke up in November 2012. and I was bedridden for quite a long time. I stopped exercising because I didn't have any motivation to do anything at all, and I didn't eat either, so I lost some of the weight that I'd regained through eating properly again. Well, I say eating properly, I mean eating proper amounts, just still restricting unhealthy foods. But that kind of, even though it was absolutely devastating, and still is, it kind of jogged me into actually doing something towards recovery more so, because the kind of cycle of exercising was broken and I didn't feel the need to do so anymore, so I gave up that, and then I started eating foods that I actually wanted to eat, like chocolate and pizza, stuff like that, and that has been how I've been kind of going from there. I have had some relapses with exercise addiction. Currently I'm not exercising very much. Well, I walk every day, but I don't drive, so I have to walk to town and back to see my friends, which is about an hour. And then probably once a week, maybe, I do some proper exercise, like aerobics or Pilates or something. I'm trying not to get into doing it loads again, because that's what happens with me. I start doing it once a week and it turns into twice and 3 times and 4 times, and yes. But where I am now, I'm eating properly, not exercising much at all, and weight restored, and my mind's okay-ish. It's not great, but it's better than it was, obviously. And yeah, that is where I am at the moment, and that is me. Yay!